Boom. I've stopped promising to fix the transitions. Hi! Hello. Hi, it's me, Slappy Meats. You remember me? I'm the guy who lives here, right in this box on the internet. But today, I'm joined once again with my homies in this D&D setting, this D&D scenario that we like to call Drums of the Empire. I'm joined, of course, first off on my right, stage right. Or is it house right? Screen right. We have Lolo Man. The Taciturn. I wasn't holding F2, so I just introduced you, Lolo Man.
Oh, hi, hello.
Too busy talking with my
Hi.
hands. I need those. I must communicate. See, now if I gotta hold the fucking push the talk button, I'm stunted. I can only do so much. But hi, I have Lolo Man here.
Yeah, hello, it's Lolo. I'm playing the Mushroom Folk Druid Cleric, one who leads.
Yum. He's delicious on pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Hi. I have a little bit of window correction to do here, but going further clockwise, we have Selnica.
Hello, I'm playing Felimy, the most chaotic, lawful paladin you'll ever meet, who's also very much fun-loving, and apparently thinks she's the Kool-Aid man right now.
I know. That is so bad. Wonderful. Also, in addition to and as well, we have Moonlight Kizune.
Greetings all. I am Yozora, the Warlock, and I'm starting to think I need babysitting payments.
I saw that movie, Adventures in Babysitting. I think it went somewhat like this. I ended up with a hostage situation, right? And, of course, of the players, last but not least, we have our precious bunny boy, Bunny Bee.
Hello, I am playing Wither, your Drake Warden Tabaxi Ranger. And I'm sorry, One Orleans, but I'm eating some of your cousins on my pizza.
Yum, yum.
Sounds about right.
It's part of the cycle. Wow. That only leaves us with one left. I dare not speak his name.
Gonna have to.
It's Iron Log.
Why?
He said it. Oh. It's the DM. It's the dungeon master of all of us.
Hail, traveler. Welcome once more to the world of Yome and the world of doors.
Oh, fix it.
When last we left our heroes, they'd made their way through this encampment, this nearby set of ruins that was left behind for some ancient civilization or another, where some bandits had moved in. And, well, they've been trafficking people and other substances, volatile substances, as we learned. So we got a little bit of situation over here.
Yeah.
This building is basically blown up and is now an inferno. The individuals that were inside, well, one of them's still inside, but they are both now perished. This building over here has seen way better days. Both sides of the walls now are collapsed. It's kind of probably a safety hazard. You don't want to be in there. At least 3 of the 4 window areas have been smashed and broken out. It's been an interesting day for these individuals. We've got Felimy, Boan, Zora hanging out kind of here in the middle of this camp, surrounded by nothing but corpses at this point. The bandits have seen and taken to heart the lesson of you are all lethal individuals. And for the first time, possibly ever, at least as far as you might know, they have been properly challenged and have been found wanting of that challenge. Combat is still happening now. Whether, as I believe you mentioned earlier, you've got a straggler to take care of. We've also got a situation that has developed in the largest, probably the most well taken care of, most reinforced building in the area. There's this large stone building here where Dove is currently on top of the roof. Actually, no, I think you're like sitting like just out of sight of the window or something.
Something like that. Basically gargoyle position, like catty corner to the roof.
Yeah. You're gargoyling it. But some events have transpired, and the last remaining desperate bandits have started to threaten the hostages within unless you all surrender. However, taking advantage of the bandits' kind of desperation and distraction, one of the individuals has made a desperate ploy and grabbed one of the bandits and restrained them, kind of pulling them back against the bars, now making herself obviously a target for sure, but also perhaps making the rest of the hostages a little bit more desperate. So we'll be starting top of the round-ish with Wither. Wither will be able to hopefully take care of this last straggler and then proceed to address the growing situation at the internment area. And we'll move through everybody's turns. We'll see. Hopefully you can diffuse this situation without further loss of innocent life.
Good qualifier.
And if not, hey, you know what? Shit happens. So fuck 'em.
Now, I'm as I recall, I am not even aware of anything in that building at all.
You have at this point likely at least sensed a shift in the energy outside. Dove definitely knows what's going on. Yozora and Philemy kinda might know a little bit. One who leans has caught up and definitely at this point gets a very just that keen kind of wolfy sense of, oh, there's some shenanigans going on. So you could probably feel a shifting just in the energy of combat itself. Like beforehand, it was very much an almost an even draw between this very numerous group of bandits and then your new to this world group of adventurers. But now you can feel that power has shifted, that you all currently have the power. This should be easily wrapped up and in your hands. And we will see at this point how we get that wrapped up, what we do afterwards, and then we'll see what kind of heroes you are. So you don't know exactly what's going on. You don't know about the situation with the hostages' lives now being threatened, but you can, again, sense that shift in the energy that you feel a little bit more, in charge would be a good way to put it.
But not necessarily a sense of danger in any sort.
I mean, you've still got a bandit in your face. If that imposes any sense of danger upon you, I guess that's up to you.
Wither's not even concerned about this one. He's still kind of in a very enraged state with him since he's missed him a couple
Absolutely.
So
you may not feel a sense of danger at all. In fact, the rest of you probably don't feel a great, overwhelming sense of danger either. Because again, that power has shifted. You guys feel kind of more in charge. It's up to you now to direct the flow of it. Is kind of how you're starting to all feel.
So I guess my first start is I am going to try and do something interesting here with this. And just since he's in such a rage, I'm going to at least start with my bonus action of, once again, using my cat claws.
All right. Oh, we'll get to that in just a second.
Okay.
Definitely. It'll be your initiative. We'll start with that. So unless anybody has anything else, we'll go ahead and get started.
My buddy's ready.
All I needed to check was to check again to make sure that I know where the battle now is, but not necessarily about the whole claim with hostages or whatever. I was too far, right?
Yeah, you don't know exactly what happened, what was said. You definitely know that there was some shouting from within, some very directed, someone speaking. you just weren't able to like make it out. Kind of like it kind of sounded like that to you. But you know, again, you've got that sense of power has shifted into your favor.
That's all I needed to know.
Hell yeah. You know what? Let's do it. All right, with it.
Sorry for the crunching noise, folks. I know this mic is actually pretty good at picking
Sorry,
up
my
such things.
I was messing with my character sheet a little bit,
I'm a hungry boy.
and I just kind of I was making things not show up. So hang on, just a
no,
second.
Stay there. You be here.
Alright, so there are my cat claws as I swipe at the last remaining hunter right in front of me.
Mwah.
And my little Aiden is actually going to react to that as well.
Okay.
I imagine that's a hit.
The 22 is definitely going to hit.
Go ahead.
You take a little kind of quick swipe with one hand as you're grabbing whatever other weapon with your other hand.
And let's see here. And I just see
Juicy.
I see him just kind of just launch a ball of fire, just basically right at my claws as I'm swiping at him. It seems like.
The flames envelop your arm, however, they don't burn. It seems that, in fact, they instead almost envelop you like protectively. And as you rake your claws across this individual's chest, the fire will kind of like leach up your arm to the claws and just follow along that trail of that slash and burn right through them, and they will drop to the ground defeated.
Just fucking with my hair. I'm just gonna get it to lay just right.
Alright. Seeing that is done,
Right here.
They're kind of looks around,
Looks like it's tired of it just sitting on my brow.
notices he's a little away from everybody. And decides he's getting an urge to that he is missing something. Just kind of, actually, you know what? This is gonna be kind of more just for kind of role-playing purposes, but can I do like a perception check to see if I can sense something?
Absolutely.
All right.
Nice.
As the enemy falls before you, you take a moment, kind of have a quick breath, and you look around yourself. You for the first time, really listen for a moment, and you realize that around you there is almost deafening silence. You hear the sounds of your companions a little bit, further down the path there, but any actual sounds of combat, of chaos, no longer seem to be around you, but seem to be further to the east.
All right. So with that, I am going to, I am going to actually see Felumi and Yozora and Bohan, sorry. And he's getting the zoomies a little bit, so I am going to activate my feline agility.
I don't believe it's ready yet. I don't believe you've spent a round without moving since you last used it.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so yep, go ahead and take that away. I'm sorry.
Okay.
No worries, no worries.
I thought I
Use there for a
might,
little
but that's my fault. Okay. But I can still use my regular action to dash.
Yep, you can still move and then use an action to dash if you'd like.
Okay. That is my fault. I should have thought about that. I guess I noticed that I was not moving a lot. I was moving in little increments. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
No
Yeah, I
worries,
guess spend the
no
turn in 0. Right. That's right. You gotta. The cat's gotta zoom and then take the moment to be.
Do that pause thing.
Yeah. Pause. Yeah.
No, I fucked it up again. Shit. It's warm though. It's warm in here. Having my hair down my face is warm.
So there is my first set, and then I can dash another 30. Is that right?
Yep. Your dash is just basically another standard movement.
Do you have your action?
I think that
That's
my bonus
true.
action.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because if I'm going to do a bonus action, I have to.
Yeah, if you're going to do 2-weapon fighting, you would have had to make a normal attack. So that would have been just an action. So yeah, you've got just the 30 feet of movement speed at
So I
this
just
point.
got that. So, let's see. I don't think there's really.
And a big
anything-
puppy to jump on.
Okay. Yep. So I think that's all I can really do.
And you can still, of course, have Aiden move somewhere.
Yep. If anything, he'll follow me and start sensing the danger.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Let me see if I have anything else I can do with this.
For some reason, I'm imagining whenever Aiden opens his mouth to make sounds and talk to Wither, the rest of us just hear random animal noises.
yeah. This is like hissing and snapping.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's really all I can do right now.
Right. Wither cleans up the last remaining straggler and moves forward.
There's that fucker.
This one, at the edge of the encampment, is going to use both his movement and his action to move as far and as fast as he can, and will effectively be out of the range of being caught up to, and will escape.
I mean, technically, I'm faster than him.
Technically, yeah, you could. You could
I
get
mean,
on
yeah,
him.
by all means, there
Yeah,
is
but
still. He's
I'm
not
not going
far enough
after him.
out to be impossible to catch. If you do want to chase after him, or I believe because that was even only another 60 feet. If you've got the range still on bow, you can still take a shot. He's just off the map at this point.
Yeah. No, but I'm not gonna after him. Like, there's hostages. I have stuff to do.
No, absolutely.
You see something running, like.
Yeah, the ears.
Yeah. You're triggering wolf instincts.
Remember, you have to leave one man alive to tell the tale of what you just did.
Mhm. Yeah, Dub's like, oh well, there goes that one. The rest are fair
And
game.
he left him. We left him heavily wounded, so it serves as a warning.
He's got my love bites all over him.
The one inside the building will move over to where this individual is holding the other one, and will try to get her to
Okay.
stop by attacking her.
Okay. Oh.
All right. So the first attack's definitely going to hit. Oh, but what are we going to do with that? Well, let's see how hard it hits.
Just a 5, right?
Just take a little bit of damage.
5?
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Just take a little bit of damage. The marksman she's holding on to gets a free chance to escape. Does not make it. I think that's all we're going to do with them for now.
I'm observing this scene, and I see her take this hit. I did what appeared to be a competent strike of a dagger. I know it when I see it.
Mhm.
But she doesn't seem too bothered by it.
Yeah, so you watched this agitator came over, took a good stab at her, got her along the arm. You see this long gash now bleeding, but you watched as she kind of just moved with the blow so that it didn't cut too deep, and you watched as she like very pointedly controlled and regulated her breathing as well.
Awesome.
And somehow managed to hold on.
Cool monk shit.
Ooh, I like her.
And Philomene, it will be your turn.
Yep. This turn will be an exercise in resource management for the action economy.
Hell yeah!
So let's see. My movements and those of Boan are independent, right? Even if I mount on Boan, right?
Correct. Your movement and all that is your movement, and Boan's is Boan's.
All right. And if I use a bonus action to give an additional action to Boan, Boan can use that action to move twice. Yes.
Yep. They still have dash.
Perfect. And mounting on Boan is a single action, is a standard action, yes?
Yep.
Alright, now here's the big question, and that's gonna be a DM chat. Can I use that standard action to mount myself and someone on Boan in that single action?
What else were you trying to do? So you want to mount and what else?
I'm gonna try to get on Boan's back, but I want to know if, with that same action, I can help someone else get on Boan's back too.
No.
Got it. Well then, I'm just gonna use my action to get on Boan's back.
Hey, you.
And then we're gonna use the exact things that I've laid out to move Boan by a good 80 feet. All the way there.
Vroom vroom.
Hell yeah. The thunderous sound of Boan's hoofs upon the path as they charge forward. Make me an intimidation roll, in fact.
Ooh, I like that. For me or Boan?
You can go ahead and roll yours since you're riding and controlling Boan. I mean, I guess if Boan's is higher and you want to roll Boan's, you can roll that.
Because you can use strength for this roll,
Yeah.
typically. If that's better.
Well, I rolled mine.
Alright. That's
Uh,
an 8 on the die. What's your strength bonus? It's a 4 or is it a 3?
On Philomene, the strength is a 3.
Okay. Alright, so it's going to be an 11 total as you kind of sit forward in the saddle, head low. Boan lowers their head. The horns are up, charging forward.
I want coffee. I don't want coffee. Maybe actually I'm
See
gonna
how this guy's feeling about that.
I'm tired still. I want water though.
Alright, he's a little nervous, but he doesn't move and he stands his ground.
That's gonna be a mistake. I had my turn, but I'm gonna be starting my next turn unbroken from that charge because I'm not stopping.
And Dove.
Like the guy's like, it's fine. There's a wall here.
Yeah, I'm behind this door, behind this wall.
It's great.
That's a scary sounding charge, but it'll be alright, right?
Yeah.
Right?
The door's actually closed, isn't it?
The door is closed, yes.
Oh,
Is there a window right beside the door?
that's a good point.
There is a window right here,
Door's closed. That's
right
but
where?
there's nothing here.
Okay. Well, as my item interaction, what I would love to do is at this window where I am, as I'm sort of gargoyled above this window slit with this this Tony Jaa looking individual in here. A little bit. Needs to clean up a little bit though. It's looking a little rough, but I'll take that bag of pulverized glass and just toss it closed, nice and tied off, and just toss that in there. A little pixie dust to aid your escape.
Okay.
And since this was the last place I was heard by them breaking that glass, and of course just made it clear that I threw something in, I come over here, I step down a few steps, and just straddle the window and aim down, like down between my legs, through it at that marksman. And loose.
That one there?
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Alright. Fire away. Advantage and all that because, yep, they don't know that you're going to be coming in through that window, and they haven't been able to spot you yet.
We still have, like, global advantage anyway, right?
Still have
Do we
global
still have that?
advantage and all that as well, yep.
Okay, awesome. It's so tasty for a fucking rogue. Oh. Okay, inventory. Oh, let me pop out. Let me just pop out. I'm out of +1s. Okay, fine. Let's see if we can do it. Not a crit. Did it hit?
Unfortunately, that will miss. So you fire through the window. The arrow catches on some small piece of it that is shifted out of place. It's an old window. And the shot will go just a little wide, land in this table here, and they will move to aim towards you instead of aiming at a hostage.
Okay. All right. Wow, Dove sees that turn of attention and just smiles like, oh, you can't even make good on your threats. Not for them to hear it, but just relishing in their lack of discipline to not even follow through on the actual threat that they put forward. So he's like, Wolfie, we've got a fighter in there.
Please don't get between the door and me.
What is it? We've got one fighter in there taking two of their attentions away. The other two, they're all ours. And bonus action to hide.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm right here. Fade away from the window.
Oof, oh no.
I still am right here. But I will at least move away from the window to try and make best use of full cover that I can.
Absolutely.
Be like over here. Because that was how much? Did it show me? 30 feet. I got 5 more, but... And fuck it, I'm going up top.
Okay.
Bunk. Back up on the roof. Okay.
Yozora.
That's me. God, that's disappointing.
Okay, so Bohan and Filzami, I assume, just thundered right on past me.
I've done offer to give you a ride, but you declined.
Not
It did,
the
in
front.
fact, go
Not-
barreling right past you, looking badass.
Yeah, I'm not a frontline fighter. Anyways, so I am going to.
Unless you have to be. Unless you have to be. Did you just explode?
Did I just explode?
Okay, you're back. You went silent for a second.
Sorry. Anyways, I've got 30 feet of movement.
I'm worried your laptop just. But you're on a PC right now, right? Your desktop?
My Discord's on my desktop. I've been trying to bypass whatever the heck's been borking up and making me have to reset.
Might have
Anyways.
been on your end, Slap, because I heard him fine.
Oh, did you? Okay, that's weird.
Yeah, I was hearing him fine too.
But it is a valid concern.
Yes.
Exactly.
Since I think I can suss out what the blue hell Bohan and Spilzamy is about to do, I am going to ready my Eldritch Blast to shoot at whoever I can see of the ruffians.
Farewell.
When hopefully they go through the wall and don't just bounce off of it. For the record, I will laugh at that.
Absolutely.
It would be very cute.
Ready to action to fire at the first enemy you can see. Got it.
That's some economy I like to see.
One who leans.
Okay, a question for the DM. How does speaking relate to action economy in your game?
Are you just trying to peek around a corner?
No, speaking.
Oh, speaking? Oh, speaking is a free action.
Like, no matter the length?
I was saying, like,
Yeah, I mean, if you want to sit there and monologue, like, I mean, I guess sit there and monologue, but, then, yeah, it honestly, like, you're just talking while you're doing things, by all means.
Okay. And second question, what's the window situation along this wall?
Please do not tell me about the hostages.
There are no windows along the wall. The windows are here, here, and here. As well as a window for each one of the cells.
Okay. That's perfect with my movement. Fine. Fine, there we go. That puts me at the window, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Wolfie has got darting right before charging bull. Well,
No,
not
I mean,
charging bull, but
the turns are, it's simulated simultaneous, so I'm doing that while you're running towards it.
True.
as
No,
Jason
I
Carl,
understand.
to quote Jason Carl,
Yeah,
many
a lot of
things
things
happen at
happen
once.
at once. Okay. Bonus action, release wild shape.
Whoa, that's not a wolf at all.
That wolf
And
just
since I'm at the
rotted.
window, since I'm at the window, I'm kind of making a show of it, like taking
Turn
my
it back into your mushroom self.
yeah.
I dig
And
it.
I'm gonna say, bandits, you will find, stepping outside, that you are the last survivors of your troop. This one promises, should you lay down your weapons and surrender, that no further harm will come to you. This ends one of two ways: surrender or death. Either way, this one and his friends will not let you harm or give you the opportunity to harm those hostages. And I'm gonna ready
Like it.
a guiding bolt, second level, and if at this guy, and if he does anything but put down his bow, I fire it.
Okay, make me a persuasion check. With advantage, in fact.
Ooh, that's nice.
Okay.
Go ahead. Wow.
And you've got your ready to action. All right. Next round.
Also,
next
I
initiative.
think now I can drop concentration on the bonfire on the other side of the map.
If you'd like to, you absolutely may.
Yeah.
All right.
Dove smirks hearing that. It's just, we really do have a professional on our hands, don't we?
The marksman is watching the window. Obviously, can see you. Spots even Dove's shadow on the ground with a hell of a fucking perception check. Finally. Stares out the window for a moment. Stares over at the hostages. You see them move their bow slowly towards one of the hostages before they finally pause, lower their weapon, and set it on the ground as they take a seat. This one, currently held and restrained, however, is putting up a fight and, in fact, seems angry that their companion is willing to give up. You fool! If you surrender, you'll just mean death later for sure. Better to die now on your feet. And we'll try to break free once more. And we'll still fail.
Oh, shit.
I'm still waiting to see what the other one near the door will do.
The Arcanist stares at the door, kind of braces themselves against the wall because they can still hear the charging hoofs, sees their companion here surrender, takes a look all around, looks at the very bad wounds the agitator has, the somewhat bad wounds that they've already tried to address on the other marksman. The fact the marksman is held and restrained and apparently cannot break free. They, too, will lower their weapon, set the sword on the ground, and will move to take a seat next to their companion.
I think stepping away from the wall is a good idea.
Yes, thank you.
So he thinks he's just being, helpful by rounding up your prisoners in one area. He's saving his own life. He just doesn't know it. Wither.
You're about to know it soon.
Of note is that you did mention hostages out loud.
Mm-hmm.
That too.
Well, about the only thing I can do.
I have the wind whistling in my ears.
Yeah, you
and,
can't hear.
Thundering hooves.
I couldn't hear shit.
Can't hear anything anymore. But yeah, Wither, what you got? What's going on?
So, still being way behind everybody, I'm gonna continue running and dashing this time. Let's see. There's my regular distance. Still don't have my zoomies. I wish I did, but all that.
It do be that way.
I'll dash. End up right about there. And Aiden's gonna have trouble keeping up with me, unfortunately.
Aw. He doesn't fly, does he?
No,
Oh,
he's
well,
actually
he has-
got 40
Does
feet
he?
of movement speed.
Yep, 40 feet of movement. Yep.
Is it
Wait,
flying?
Wait,
Would the bonus action actually, would the action to dash count for Aiden as well?
yeah, if you wanted to use your bonus action to have him use an action to dash, you could do that, absolutely.
That makes sense.
Okay. Yep.
And no, it doesn't fly, it just moves along the ground that
He's
fast.
just big run. Okay, yeah.
He's
It's
a little Komodo dragon.
it's your Zora's little baby.
Yeah.
So and then I'll have him dash ahead of me actually, so he'll be able to keep up with everybody else.
Okay.
And I have I have an interesting things that can happen
Hmm.
with this now. Because I might have something to help you with Aiden being close by. Faye, let me
True.
just in case.
You see Wither come speeding down the path. This small little dragon-like figure bounding down the path even faster, zooming past them, trying to keep up. It looks like with Bowen and Philomene.
And I believe that's all I can do. Well, yeah, that's all I can do because my bonus action, my regular action, just to keep up.
Meh.
And I don't really have anything item-wise that can be useful.
Agitator looks at the individual in the cell, growls angrily, spits on the ground. You two cowards over there are going to get yourselves killed anyway. When his lordship finds out, you're as good as dead.
Thank you. Save me the trouble.
And if you won't follow through, I will.
Lordship. Great.
Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I fucking swear.
You know what? We even will in fact go with 5 as he eyes the children.
Oh, if he touches the children.
Instead, he turns towards this individual. Walks over, unlocks the door.
Yep. Good start.
This guy backs up.
Oh, the cute one. Oh no.
And he looks back here at this individual. Last chance. Let the marksman go, or this one dies.
Oh, I need to see that next.
She will release the individual and step back. Placing herself directly between the children and the door.
Disappointing. How disappointing.
This individual is no longer restrained. High is bad. That is unfortunate. The agitator will make a bit of a sneer, laugh harshly, and will turn to stab this individual. He will, however, do a very poor job of it and actually miss getting his hand caught in the individual's robes as they begin to panic and try to fight back. Philomene, it is your turn.
That's
Harder. It's harder to strike with a dagger with all your tendons cut.
that absolute motherfucker. Alright, let's see if I can do this. First off, the bonus action and the movement action for my bonus action and movement action for Boan will be a charge
Say movement.
through the door, or either through the door or the wall right beside the door, whichever looks.
At least at the door. Yeah.
Yeah, whichever looks weakest. So I assume the door or beside the door, just to be sure.
The door. It's gonna be the door.
The door is your best bet, unless you go for one of the windows.
Wood.
As the door is probably one of the weaker structural points. And the rest of the wall, again, this building looks like it's been repaired and reinforced.
All right, so the door it is. So full-blown charge.
Yeah, you didn't even need to use your bonus action to get.
Well, the bonus action will be for the charge at the door.
Puppy power.
Let me roll that. Or is it ram?
Yeah, because you're doing the ram with the charge. So yeah, make the ram attack.
All right.
Don't forget its advantage.
Oh, that's much better.
Door ain't getting away from you.
Yeah.
And do I roll the charge too?
Yep, roll the charge as extra damage, so go ahead and make sure you roll that as
Do
well.
that shit.
An extra 6, okay. All right. Again, as this building is a little bit better shape and reinforced compared to the others and is not ready and like basically willing to collapse at any moment, the walls hold. The door, however, is splintered, shattered. It's gone. There's no more door here.
All right, but I assume Boan does not fit through.
Boan could squeeze through. It'll just be a little bit of a effort for sure.
Right, and the door frame does not explode. Decides to add
No.
up as it. All right then. So from that, I'll just from the door. I assume I can see the two in the corner with their weapons down. So would it
Yep,
be
you
safe
see
to?
these two kind of sitting back to back. You see weapons here and right next to the door here, not near them.
Okay, so I can assume they've surrendered or
Oh
something.
yeah. That's a good
Yep,
point.
yep, they are sitting down
There we
back
go.
to back, just waiting. I mean, they do jump and
Yeah. Can you
look
actually see
terrified
that?
for a moment.
Yeah. That's what.
All right, and the cage inside. Do they look like I could throw something through the bars? Thrown weapon or javelin?
Yeah, it looks like you could like throw a dagger, javelin, or shoot an arrow through the bars.
Right, so I could technically target this guy over there that's threatening the hostage with a javelin.
Yeah, you throw a javelin.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's gonna be a hell of a shot, but yeah, you could.
Yeah. It's out of your typical javelin throwing range.
Right, well, what
You
I'm gonna
try.
first do is use my movement to move off of Boan and into the building by the 30 feet I can move.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta decouple these two. Alright, moving like that. And then yeah, that will be the javelin shot at the guy that's basically trying to attack one of the hostages. That's a 30 feet shot, which is just 5 feet out of my normal, out of the first increment. Alright, so how do I do this for a 35 feet shot?
That should be, I believe, a straight shot at that point. And again, you have advantage on that because it's not too close and it's not far enough away to be at disadvantage.
That's actually what it is. It's the first increment is when it's fine. The second increment is when it's at disadvantage, but we have advantage. So
All right,
it is
that's
a
what I
straight
wanted
shot.
to make
that's a
sure.
great shot. Oh, yeah.
Just a straight shot.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Please tell me that hits.
A 20 will hit.
Yum yum.
Even with the extra cover they're getting from all the bars in the way, even with the difficulty of the shot and the distance to it, the javelin sails through the bars.
The light was on my side.
This individual screams as his javelin goes hurtling through her cell. And then it will eventually strike this individual for what looks to be 9 points of damage. And it gets him right in the back, comes jutting out through his stomach as he's like disentangling himself. Looks like he's getting ready to try and stab this individual again because he's just mad at this point. Someone's got to hurt for what's happened. This guy screams. This guy gurgles, dies, collapses to the ground.
And that's my final action for my turn. On me very much realizing she's not gonna make her way through, just steps just out of the way of the door. There we go.
And then I believe Dove. It is now your initiative.
Up on the roof, I hear a scuffle, an exchange, demands, a thundering splintering of door. And just... Okay. Consider doing nothing. Sounds like they've got it well in hand, but no, there's more. Of course there's more. Ah, my poor beauty got spooked. Such a shame. Allow me to take care of that for you. Again, straddling the window. Aiming down. Between my legs, just...
Hell, you get him.
God.
Unfortunate.
These bars.
Yeah, this
Too
windows,
much.
man.
You must be enjoying the straddling too much.
Always. Well,
The window is playing hard to get.
There will once more clip on its way through. Will go a little bit wide. And this time it will strike the bed of this individual. She will scream again.
It... I don't know. It wouldn't be a bonus action to do two-weapon fighting and throw a dagger. Would it? I'm using a bow that uses two hands.
No, probably not.
Okay, good. Keep me honest. I just... They've got this. Well, actually, I will say into the window. Now, my beauty. Don't give up that easily. Look at you. You've got this. Look at them. They're on their last legs. And roll up the wind. Roll up the wall onto the ceiling once again.
Okay.
And bonus action to just fade into the, just lie down and fade into the
Just lay
fucking
down and
stonework
disappear.
and hide. Oh, hey,
Tough
come back.
takes a nap.
Yeah.
How
back.
is she taking this, by the way? Seeing this disappearing act.
She looks at this point just is mad. She's very livid. She seems grateful that this individual has been taken out and this individual is no longer in danger. But she is angry. She's got the angry eyes. And yeah, go ahead, roll yourself.
Got angry eyes. Mama bear protecting your
Again.
kids.
Where's
Everyone
this,
better
where's
not
this
step
curse?
into that.
Yeah, what is happening?
I left my jacket My code is still dangling in front of the window.
You just Lance is there. Sorry, I believe it is now your initiative.
Righty, so I'm going to assume from my angle I really can't see much.
You can see that this door no longer exists. You can see a little bit inside. You can see at least one individual sitting down.
Assuming logically that they are no longer a threat.
You'll probably have seen me zooming right past them too.
I mean, yeah, you did also see Philemy go disappearing deeper into the building.
Is let's see, right here a window that I could possibly? No, I'm going to be too far away for that. Can I see a window on this side of the building?
No, there are no windows along this side.
Biscuits.
You can see those 3 windows from where you are.
Disappointed in my fucking arrows that would have absolutely filled it.
Okay, and last question. This is just me double checking. If a spell says it's a bonus action, I can still cast another spell afterwards?
Yes, however, you can only cast 1 leveled spell.
So that bonus action's a cantrip. You're good to go.
Oh,
So yeah.
that was the plan.
That was the actions of the cantrip.
Yeah,
Or the-
as long as one of them's a cantrip and the other one is a leveled spell, and one of them is a bonus and one of them's an action.
That's
Yeah,
why that's why the usual warlock combo is Hex and Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm obviously still figuring that, but okay. I don't really have a reason to Misty Step, so I'm just gonna get closer.
Maybe. Yeah, but it's leveled. But then Eldritch Blast. Might.
Is there any way I can see the archer that's still standing and Eldritch Blast him?
Make me a perception check.
Oh boy. Thread the needle. Watch out for the hostages.
Because the window's kind of in the way.
You do spot an individual that looks hostile through the windows, kind of peering between the bars a little bit. You definitely make out a form that looks hostile. It is, facing Philemy.
Thankfully, I'm leaning the right way.
Yeah. And yeah, you can see past one who lean.
Yeah, you've leaned from experience.
Ew.
Okay.
With such a careful shot, though, there's not much room for error.
Yeah.
It will be a tough shot to make, but it is one that you can choose to take if you'd like.
Do whatever you want, baby. It's D&D.
You got advantage.
Yeah. I'm going to try slinging an Eldritch Blast through the bars and hit that archer.
All right. It is going to be a straight shot because your advantage is going to counter the disadvantage of the difficulty of the shot. But go ahead.
My homeboy better duck.
I'm going to guess a 15 doesn't hit them.
Unfortunately, a 15 will miss. Luckily, it is not a severe enough miss that you do not hit one of the hostages on accident.
Well, that's my turn then.
That would
Probably
be
just splashed against the window.
That'd be incredible if fucking Yozora of all people just fucking
Accidentally
86.
kill someone.
Yeah, just 86 one of the hostages.
The blast of eldritch energy flies through the window, through the bars, and explodes just in front on these bars as it collides with the cool metal.
Actually, could that count as an intimidation check?
Unfortunately not. They know they're under severe duress.
Yeah, but they don't know where I am, and I just nearly killed one of them.
I mean, you can intimidate the hostages for sure.
I'm not after the hostages. I'm after the guy.
But no, unfortunately, that will not intimidate him at all. He knows people are trying to kill him.
Sheesh.
There's not really any more intimidated he can get.
Okay, I tried.
She.
And one who
That's a
leans.
girl.
It is your initiative.
All right, I'm moving in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm gonna turn to those guys and say, "You've made the right choice." Then turn
Yes.
towards the hostile one. Yep, with their answer.
They stare at you just wide-eyed, like they've never seen anything like you before, and they're just like, what?
Allow this one to demonstrate. And I'm gonna do that second level guiding bolt at the remaining hostile one.
Hell yeah.
Hit him with the spirit gun, Urameshi!
I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought that.
Oh, that was so good.
I still need to watch that anime.
Ah!
Oh wow, consistent.
These rolls, man. Such a bitch.
So annoying too after that kind of damage roll.
Yeah. The guiding bolt will unfortunately miss and explode harmlessly against some of the cell walls.
But given that
Unbelievable.
you guys have
No.
a javelin shot, I'll let it slide.
You are facing overwhelming force. This is your last opportunity to surrender. And that's my turn.
Hmm.
Then I suppose I go to greet my death with open arms. Well, take a little bit of knee, prepare a shot, aim at Philomene.
Okay. Wow, okay. That was shots to the
That was it.
children.
Philomene will take 11 points of piercing damage as the shot aims true
Ooh.
and sinks deep.
Good
And I
hit.
need you to make a dexterity saving throw as well, please.
With advantage?
Yeah,
Oh, saving throw.
yeah. You guys
Right.
have advantage on the
Not
saves as well.
checks.
Ah, not that you need it.
All the better because that second one would not have been good.
You react quickly as the weighted shot sinks deep, and you pull it out before it can slow you down any further. After taking the shot, the individual will look around.
Jeez.
Throw their bow on the floor,
That wasn't too
pull out a
fucking
sword,
loud.
and step forward.
Oh Lord, she coming.
I would rather die on my feet now than do it later, groveling and begging. And all of you are marked. You know that, don't you?
Oh.
The Crimson Lord will come for your heads.
Mhm.
Withered is your initiative.
Gimp. Oh my god.
All right. So how much of that could I actually see?
See? Basically none of it.
Even through the door at all, or
Yeah, not this far back. You're not really able to. I mean, you see shapes and movement, but you have no idea really what's happening. You've heard the shouting and all that, so you have some idea what's going on.
but I don't hear exactly what they're saying or anything like that.
Nah, not this far back.
Okay. So, just by the actions of what Phelemi did and Yozora did, I sense it's still hostile. So, I am going to now. If I move forward, am I going to be able to see people? And now, can I see people? Actually, is what I really should say.
What was that?
Am I able to see people? Like, am I able to see like this marksman advancing on Phelemi right now?
Not in any sort of way that you'd be able to make out what's happening. You're gonna need to get closer if you want to take
Okay.
like a shot or anything.
Okay. Yep, that's part of the reason what I want to see. Now, question. Can I use all of my economy on Aiden as well?
What do you mean?
Like, action, bonus action, both of them?
Well, Aiden has their own action economy. They just only do certain things unless you use your bonus action to then direct them to do otherwise.
But they can't. I can't use my action to act as a bonus action.
No.
Okay, that's what I was curious about. Because a bonus action like dashing, having him dash, would still be just his bonus action. He wouldn't be able to do anything else other than that. If I did
Yeah.
movement.
If it was able to dash as a bonus action. Dash is always an action unless you're a rogue.
Okay.
You can come play Pathfinder and have all 3 types of the same action.
That's true. That's true. You play with an entirely different action economy.
So, what I'm going to do is, I am actually going to step forward.
Come on, babies.
So about right there. And how is my sight right now at that? If I can, I try and peer in through the door, seeing if I can see any kind of sense of danger.
Big fucking bull.
You can make out where one who leans is, and you're pretty sure you can see Philomene, but you're not sure you'd be able to shoot anything effectively at this distance still, at least at this angle. If you had a better angle on one of the windows, you could definitely make out something better.
Okay.
Probably not a big fucking cow in the way.
That's also hindering your view a little.
Yeah, that's what I was
That's
worried.
a
That
bit
was
of
what
a
I was
factor.
thinking. Yeah.
He do be thick.
Yeah. So, that.
Juan's got the meat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, and then I'm actually gonna have Aiden actually move up a little bit and have him in a decent position as well.
Absolutely, yeah. You can use your action to dash, get a little bit closer.
Well, Aiden's gonna be the one moving, but because I'm not sure. Let me see here. I'm gonna have him right at the door, peering in, taking in everything that's going on. So that's just his regular action. That's just his movement economy, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's just his movement.
Now he can't really do anything else, though.
Do I have
That's the
noise
real
control?
problem. That would be
I
effective.
do. That means I can just leave the fucking mic unmuted while the kettle is on.
At least for right now.
This is a very
So yeah,
different...
that leaves you with your action. If you wanted to dash and move closer, you could absolutely do that. You can also use your bonus action to have Aiden take an action to dash as well, if you'd like.
It's a very different configuration for most of my streams, where I have this like command center situation happening.
If you want to get anybody closer to anything.
So I can put my camera there, so I can look at Discord. And you guys at home, I see you. Get your hand out of there. Indecent.
I kind of want to have Aiden move in. And if anything, be
It's not.
right by Phalemy.
Oh, it is.
And almost in a sense assist her. I don't know. I know you wouldn't. I know I don't have the action economy to actually have it be like some sort of like an official assist, but like be right there, be ready for anything.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, Wither can use their bonus action to command Aiden to move in further, and Aiden can use the dash action to get a second movement.
Anyway,
He'll keep a
Let's say,
safe
hello, Mitch.
distance, but
Mystery and
keep
real
real
estate
close
is a
to
little
everybody
crowded
for
here,
a very useful reason, if anything.
so I don't always see the chat.
So
Okay.
just kind of snarl
Guess I could pop it out.
at the
Wait, it's a Discord as well.
the bowmen, just because they kind of look very similar to some of our recent. They feel that they have the same kind of look as the enemies we've already taken down.
Yeah.
And just sit there and snarl and be ready for anything.
And you're all Drake touched as well. It makes sense. Philony, it is your turn.
Alright.
I should be
First of all,
this auditive.
can Philemy see the children from where she is?
Yes.
Alright, she's gonna see the children despite the battle and just instantly get a little bit hangry. And she's gonna say, I don't care who your Crimson Lord is, but kidnapping and threatening children, your head is mine. And with that, she's gonna attack with her Smith's brand.
Take it then. That's gonna hit.
Now we're done.
And I have some help for you in the form
Friend.
of Infused Strike.
Friend is there.
Friendo to the rescue!
Yummy.
As you strike out with Smiter's brand, a fireball erupts from Aiden, surrounds the blade, and strikes the marksman as well.
Nice.
Anything else to add to that?
Nope. That's well. If the attack doesn't kill it, I'm gonna throw in a shield bash. Did he? No. Okay, he died.
Enjoy dead. Here is some.
With a grin on their face, marksman steps into your blow, allowing you to end their misery and their suffering.
Well, looks like we have a bit of a mystery to unravel, but that comes later. Are you all fine in there?
As she slides to the ground, she stares hatred at you.
Oh,
The
no.
Forbidden City call you home. And then she'll collapse dead.
Oh, I wasn't talking to you. Just lay down and
You
die.
just facepalm her out of the way. Just shut up. I didn't know.
Oh, God.
Quiet settles in the area, as there are no more enemies left to stand against you. You have prisoners, and you have hostages.
Dove leans over the edge, peers in the window, gives an upside down little like wink, and then
Combat is ended. You may move around, do as you wish, poke around, look around.
excuse me.
Bellamy,
Excuse me,
please
Bohan.
stand to the hostages.
Right away.
What is
She'll, having seen that the one which being threatened the most, she'll step right to the guy she saved.
I step right over to the pair of hostages, not even particularly looking directly at either of them. I just snap my fingers. Keys.
Does this hostage looks like he was harmed?
The marksman will nod at the table here where you see a set of keys. As you get close, it seems that this hostage is not harmed. They look terrified and more than a little, like, just distraught. And they're kind of staring at you as if they are unsure what to do or how to react.
If you're fine, then that's good. For now, just step into the common room where my allies will help you get better. I'll tend to the other to the other prisoners. But you are safe now.
Yes. Now,
Wither steps in and sees the two remaining enemies, gives them a little growl, and walks up to him, grabs his rope, and ties them together, just for good measure.
They do not resist.
having surrendered to it, this one considers you in its custody, and it will guarantee your safety.
Wither, do me a favor. Tie them separately, please.
He takes the sword, splits the rope in half, and ties each one individually then.
Appreciate it.
Felemy will step into the other cell right across because she'll have seen the children and the one protecting them. And she'll get in to make sure everyone is fine in there too.
The door is still locked.
About to say, aren't they locked?
Okay, and what would it take for me to just break down the lock?
A prison door? Okay, go ahead. Dove will have made eyes at Yuzora, just down to the table where the keys are.
Yeah, as you step over to this door, Philomene, you see Yazora's found some keys on this table with Dove's direction, and I believe you're stepping over to this door?
That was sort of the plan. I wasn't aware of the keys initially, but yes, I will head that way and I will unlock them with the keys.
Absolutely.
While they're doing that, Wither will, after finishing tying them up individually, as Seldov mentioned, I will walk over and tend to Aiden to see if he is okay.
Okay.
I'm going to
Absolutely.
resummon my little dragon and apologize for my mistake.
And absolutely, with the keys, you were able to unlock the doors just as you approach each one if you wish.
I'll take one who leans. Cues.
I don't think I got to unlock the door with the dead guy in it, do I?
No, this one was already unlocked as the guy had opened it and went in.
Dove will take the cue from one who leans, and just watching him with interest, watching how one who leans is going to go about this.
As
This one
after
will just
Yozora opens the
flank.
door, Felemy will step in to heal any of the three that have been hurt.
All right, so one who leans. We'll start over here. You've got your prisoners now.
This one will guarantee you are treated fairly. But before any procedure, this one insists that you provide us with information. Do you agree?
Whatever you say, stranger. Our lives are forfeit now, and we accept that. But
Insight
we also knew
check.
But we also knew they were forfeit if we stood up against you. It's just now we have perhaps a few more days to enjoy the sunrise. Go ahead, insight check.
Yeah. Is she just being super poetic and trying to, drop our guard or what?
Yeah, absolutely.
I want insight as well.
I'm good at this.
I will as well, since
In fact,
it kind of depends on it as well. So.
In fact.
Unfortunately, I think I'm not close enough to listen or add an insight or anything.
Yeah,
Insight.
you're worried about unlocking doors.
Ear for deceit. I have advantage. No, sorry, it's not that. It's safer. Okay. If I roll 7 or lower, I treat it as an 8. So I could not possibly get less than. What did I roll? That's a +5. Oh, okay. I can't get less than 13.
All right. One who leans, you don't really get much of a sense from the individual. Like they're talking. Okay. But Dove and Wither, you both get the sense that they do in fact believe that their lives are now forfeit. You feel that that is a genuine concern of theirs, and you also feel that they're genuine about maybe we just get to enjoy a few more days of fresh air. We figured we were dead anyway, so who gives a shit, basically.
This lordship of yours. Tell me more.
Crimson Lord holds claim over this land, the territories from the tips of the mountains across the river into the ruins. The locals are meant to pay tribute and tax. None of them do. So we get sent out to collect. And he kind of looks over his shoulder at the individuals you're setting free. The bonus being that we can also take some of our prisoners, sell them on the market, and usually have them shipped off.
What market? Dove looks to 2 of the prisoners. These 3 I can see. This cute one here, panicky though he may be. That one has strong hands. And, oh, look at her. But what market is going to buy the elderly? And children? Well, I can think of some that would buy children, but...
Yeah.
Are you participating in such activities?
There is always a buyer. Someone looking for a personal house servant, a butler to attend them. The elderly are acceptable at this. You don't have to be exceptionally quick or even good at it. Rich people just want more people to boss around. Children, and he gives you kind of a dubious look at that point. Children are even easier to sell. Because as I'm getting the sense you understand, there are even some who would pay for certain things that might not be savory.
Good to know.
This one would inquire
We have a client.
as to the amplitude of your presence in this territory. Are you the only group here?
As this is happening, Wither kind of walks up to the Arcanist with an arrow in his hand and just kind of grabs him just to kind of, and just like, and you feel this is right? Just in a very angry tone.
Alright, this one answers one who leans as you are approaching. We are in fact the only, as far as we know, major power in the area. Any smaller group either is enveloped by us or eradicated by us as we come across them. There are small local villages, of course the occasional fishing huts and logging encampments that we all claim domain over. But yes, we are the power in this area. You are, after all, in the free territories. And then as Wither comes up and grabs this one, he just kind of gives you a patient look and just glances at the arrow before looking up at you. Right? What does right matter? Might is what matters. We take what we want, we live how we want, and we no longer have to worry about constant fear of invasion, nor do we have to bow or scrape to the Emperor. We are the masters of our own domains out here. We just do what we must to get by.
And why would you prefer your lord to the Emperor? You are still scraping the bottom of the barrel, are you not?
We indeed are. But such is the plight of our kind, is it not? The common folk, the little man out here. We scrape, we scrounge. We serve our lord here because he is our lord. He looks after us. The Emperor is far away, holds a seat of power which none of us may ever see, and, furthermore, exploits those that he controls.
Oh, we wouldn't want to have any exploitation, now would we?
He kind of sneers, understanding the irony, but not caring.
Yeah. Tell me, what does the Crimson Lord do with all these spoils? Building an empire of his own?
Perhaps. You'd have to ask him yourself if you ever get a chance to see him.
Oh, I look forward to this. Come. Stand. Your legs are free.
He will stand.
A moment, Seldov.
Yes.
This one, as it said before, guarantees your safety while you are in its custody. The offenses committed, although done following orders, would normally be met with the death penalty in most legislation that this one is aware of. However, considering circumstances, this group's needs, and the fact that the hostages have not been harmed, this one is willing to advocate for you in reducing your sentence to labor for our newly formed foothold.
That sounds quite merciful to me.
This one does not see the point in wasting capable hands.
How does that sound to you? It seems quite poetic, in fact, selling those off into labor. What better fate, rather than death, than the same for you? You still get that sense of security you would get under your lordship. Just with us. The mightier of the two.
We do get that for now. As I said, another day to draw breath is another day to celebrate. I believe we have no recourse but to accept your terms.
Pat his cheek. Smart boy.
In the interest of these terms being accepted, I ask you to be as cooperative as you can be with all who would interrogate and ask for your assistance in any matter.
And Wither's still looking at the Arcanist, still the arrow in his hand, just for show.
Mm-hmm.
And you? Do you yield?
Of course. You have us. We are your prisoners. We shall assist as we can.
Wither just
Very good.
lets him go, and puts the arrow away. And just kind of walks away.
Meanwhile, Philomene will use lay of hand to heal whoever was wounded among the prisoners. Just let me know how much I take off.
This individual is still placing their body between you and the children, not knowing exactly who any of you are, or not exactly trusting you. She is the only one you can see is very visibly injured. Her arm still cut and bleeding. It seems to be a fairly deep cut. but she seems to be not too bothered by it. As you step into the cell, she kind of recoils a little bit, pushing the children together behind her. The young girl is still weeping openly, and she stands up tall, giving you a bit of a look.
You are safe now. You have my word as a warrior of the light and life. But you seem to be wounded. Can you give me your arm for a moment?
She gives you a long, cold stare, noting for a moment that she looks to your ears, and then to your hair, and the different kind of antlers and berries and such she sees, and your cloak. Well, we certainly don't get anyone from the east very often, at least not this far west. So which is it? The Styrian? Eldamanthos? What cushy, wonderful, privileged country do you come from? Coming here where you think you can simply, she kind of gestures all around, act as counter-thugs to blatant thugs. Who are all of you?
Oh, sweetie.
I'm afraid you are mistaken. We have no allegiance on this world yet.
Sweetie, you can just stay in the fucking cell if you'd like.
I know of none of these factions you mentioned. We just arrived on this world, but hours ago.
She narrows her eyes at you, staring hard. That makes even less sense. And it seems like a completely bullshit answer for what could simply be, we are the same, but we present ourselves as better.
Then keep your guard up, but please let our actions speak. For now, please let me heal tend to any wounds you have.
She will extend her arm to you, still giving you a very narrowed-eyed, kind of cautious look. I do thank you for your assistance, and for not immediately turning on us as soon as it was obvious that we were commodities.
Commodities, please. Those are children. I would never have to see them harmed. And as I say that, I take her arm gently and I apply healing of hand to close the wound.
All right, it's 5 points.
Elder,
There we go.
Yeah.
you now have free reins over the prisoners. Please, remember that this one has given its word that no harm would come to them.
I'm going to just like
Very well.
the woman who's right next to me is like, Yozora's gonna be checking them over. It's like, are you okay?
I'm scared out of my wits, but I am unharmed. Thank you, whomever all of you are.
We are but the front guard for a hopeful alliance. We were sent ahead to deal with gestures to the skilled marksman that's closest to them. People like them, so that our allies do not get unnecessarily ambushed. My friends over there will take care of you.
One who leans. As you say that, you notice there's a small shift in Seldov's constant cocky smirk to one of probably a bit more earnesty than you've seen. This can't help but have some respect for this fucked up mushroom. Very well. I'll keep that in mind. Come with me. And Dove will simply grab a piece of the loose rope and just not pull, but just hold it like a lead. And lead this one, the Arcanist, out the door. No. Hey, no one asked you, lady.
She's following along. She just believes that you wanted both. No one told her otherwise.
I will tell her otherwise. I will tell her otherwise. Oh no, no, not you.
I thought that we were both in your care. Am I to stay here then?
Yes.
Very well.
Just
Shall we
watch her.
return to
Watch
inside?
her walk back inside. Okay.
Meanwhile, after healing our charge, Philomene will step out of the cell to gesture that they can come out at their leisure.
Zora, tell me, is everyone inside all right?
Only one wounded, but I took care of it.
I have not seen any other injuries other than to the warrior over there who Filzami helped already.
Warrior? I am no warrior. Come along, you two. We're safe now.
You stood between children and harm. You count as a warrior in my book. I know my mother would do the same for me.
Certainly counts as a warrior to me too. Whoever fights a good fight.
I am a dancer, thank you very much.
And battle is a dance of its own.
If you are that capable, I would love to see how your dance at some point. I know back home we love those.
It is possible. There is a studio in the village.
This one apologizes. Would you be willing to discuss these events with us in a moment?
Of course. If you would allow us, I do believe it would be best if we got the children out of here.
Of course.
And as everyone leaves the cell, Philomene will get a wave of fatigue and just silently leave the entire building to go sit beside Vaughn.
Before I leave, because I was going to check these boxes, see if there's anything over here.
Okay.
Oh, I just realized my browser closed down my page. Okay.
As I have this individual here, take him around the corner of this building. I will have done so before Philomene come outside. Little private moment. Your Crimson Lord. I gesture to this still burning, smoldering, whatever state it's in at this point.
This ruin.
Yeah. His? Shall I assume?
It was, yes.
His lordship's precious spoils. How would he feel about such a tragic waste as this?
If our lives were not already forfeit, this would surely have sealed the deal.
He values his goods more than he values his, and I size him up, goods.
I do not understand. It is the basic fundamentals of our world. Commodities. We are all on sale in one way or another.
Really? And what kind of commodity are you? Simply a strong arm?
Strong arm, somewhat skilled with the arcane.
I grab the top of the binding, like grabbing him by the collar, but I grab the rope and just push him against the wall. That is all. Get close to his neck and just... a strong body. Fit for one thing. Fighting. Stealing. Killing.
It is the way I've made myself so far. I do not see a reason to stop now.
I'm sure I can give you a few reasons in time. What is your name?
Let's find out.
Mm-hmm.
He is technically human, okay?
Okay. Technically.
Human name generator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 100%. What are 21. 21.
Glad to see you're not so insane as to have a name for every NPC.
No. I have just like tables and all that for it that I'm
Oh yeah. Yeah.
look
No.
up.
Shit. I can barely be fucked to name important NPCs.
My name is Pell.
Pell. We're going to have a good thing going here. All of us. And you, now, thanks to the kindness and generosity of my fungal friend who spoke with you. We will find more uses for you than simply a killer. And I put my finger to his chin. Now won't we?
I do believe there was mention of potential hard labor. So look at that. We've found a new use for me.
Oh, Pell. You have no idea the meaning of hard labor. And I bite him.
Okay.
Cover his mouth.
As you do so, he realizes immediately that you're not just a crazy person that bites people. He understands as the fangs sink deep.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. From the east, then.
I say with a mouthful. Whatever you say. His mouth is covered, by the way. Oh, I don't know if he says it out loud.
He thought that.
Yeah. You taste like you think I'm from the east.
Exactly.
One round of this sucking, I'll do 2 hit points of damage, which I think lowers his max hit point. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that works for me. I mean, he's losing blood, maybe.
I mean, he's definitely been bit, but he understands it's not because you're crazy and want to tear his throat out. He
Not
understands
simply, yeah.
what you are now.
Okay, it doesn't say. Doesn't say that it lowers his stuff. Oh, that's a shame. And it's piercing damage, not necrotic. Okay, all right. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh, I know better. Zelda knows better.
That doesn't matter all that much because Felony anyway is really exhausted and just slumped against Bohan right now.
All right.
She's
He's
taking
taking
a
a
lot.
moment.
Are you doing anything else with him while you're out here before anybody comes outside?
How does he taste? Given my proclivities and his reaction to this conversation. Essentially, I'm trying to apply a little bit of sauce to him to
Yeah.
spice him up before I take a bite.
Yeah, there's a little bit of like that adrenaline. Sure. I mean, absolutely. Like the battle itself, that was still pumping through him. The further like the threats and just how I guess how done he is with this. Like he's kind of just accepted his fate. but he's also angry about it. Like there's some anger, there's some adrenaline, there's some fear in there.
It's a cocktail.
Yeah.
My question, of course, goes to arousal.
Unfortunately, he is not scaroused.
Ugh. I was hoping for that. Still, it'll turn out a free meal. And I spend another round drinking.
Okay. Okay, another 3.
Okay. Mm.
He looks a little bit pale as you drink again. He doesn't look like he's, in danger of dying, but his color has drained a little bit.
I pull away, just... Wipe it on his lip. It's a good look for you. Pell. Play your cards right, and we will have a long and productive relationship. You are already indebted to the Crimson. I'm quite fond of it as well. I've had better. And pull him back around the corner.
Meanwhile, Philomene will be slumped against Bohan, just heading to her own wounds. Is there a roll for medicine that I can
Also,
do or something to dress my own wounds?
I wipe his fucking neck and just give a little vampire treatment. The Tom Pierce saliva, it's not as potent as the vampire where it just heals up, but there's a little bit in there. A little bit. I left him a hickey to be, at the very least.
And to answer your question, there is a medicine check you can do if you have a healer's kit. There is not a normal medicine check, unlike Pathfinder.
Right. Well, I'll have to get myself one of those at some point.
Oh, absolutely. That is definitely something you can put on a shopping list.
Oh, actually.
Most of the hostages will step out of the building as well. You can see the rest of them are kind of gathered out here. The children are still hovering between these two now. The little girl seems to no longer be crying. She is still sniffling. The young boy still seems to be just absolutely silent. This individual has stayed behind, however, and approaches one who leans.
This one greets you.
He'll give you a quick bow and gesture all around. Please, please. Whom are all of you? My name is Gethos Krikev.
It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Gethos Krikev. This one is one who leans. We are a forward party representing a far-off empire. While you've witnessed us fighting, I can assure you that our primary role is as a diplomatic envoy.
Truly. This is quite our benefit, then, that you have arrived when you have. I assume you are then from far west across the great oceans? Yes?
I'm afraid the distance is far greater than that. This one will explain in due time.
Mm-hmm.
He looks kind of confused for a moment. That just kind of gives you a look and nods slowly. Very, very well, I see. I suppose I will understand in time. Whereabouts are you headed, then?
This one's party is on the lookout for locals and representatives of such. It is by pure providence that we stumbled upon this lot.
Just so, I would say. Well, you have certainly found, and he gestures again at everybody, you've certainly found people. As far as representatives, the only thing I could think of would be to travel to our village, meet the elder there, the magistrate.
That would be greatly appreciated. This one thanks you.
Oh, thank you, thank all of you. My life flashed before my eyes. It wasn't even that interesting.
Oh no, it was a B movie. Once we can ensure everybody is safe and unharmed, let's all meet up and discuss the events.
By all means, of course. I believe most everybody else has made their way outside. If you wanted to proceed as well.
Yes.
Have you stopped anywhere else on your travels?
We have freed one other prisoners of these. And he considers its words.
Mm-hmm.
Of this other force.
Yes, the followers of the Crimson Lord, yes.
The one we freed has made its way back to its own village.
It could be you've freed another one of our neighbors, I suppose, is an easy way to put it. Did they perhaps say where they were from? If it was the village of Barak too, that's where we're all from as well.
You should ask Seldov, the pale individual amongst my companions.
Very well, I will endeavor to do so. But you say you've at least one other. Have you been anywhere?
Vaguely gesture the direction we came from, and we've only explored but a small portion of this area.
Really? That's impressive. That means you would have had to. Let's see. This is impossible to do without a map. I have a map back at my home, of course. I can show you there. We can figure out where you've been and where you're coming from, and maybe even see where you're going. But I would need my maps again.
Of course. Now please, proceed outside. This one will just finish processing those prisoners.
Of course. Thank you. Thank you very much. Again, all of you. Thank you. And he looks around at everybody that's in the building, and he just kind of bows to each of you and runs basically, not actual run, but like he's hurrying out the door.
Wither nods as he walks by.
He'll be somewhat, not quite intercepted, but Dove will have to sort of juke out of the way to not collide, as Dove has come over to Felamid and said, Felamid, you are great with pets, yes? Mind this one for me for a minute, would you? You still need some housebreaking.
Oh, the new boy tie, I see. Well, hopefully you weren't too rough with him. Or him with you.
Licks the little red off his lips. No, of course not. Right.
I'm gonna turn. Right.
I stare Pell hard in the eyes and see if he says anything about me being a fucking vampire, because that might displease his master.
He will simply give you a knowing look and just shrug a shoulder. I suppose that's right then.
Good.
Return to the remaining prisoners and
Please, follow this one.
I turn, pass by the little poet here, and say, "Oh, careful there, cutie. We just barely survived that skirmish. I wouldn't want to be train wrecked by you now."
Just kind of rolls her eyes.
Well, not the prisoner, the Gethos.
Oh, Gethos.
Yeah.
What?
Shh. And just go outside.
If you want, go ahead and make your investigation check as you take a look through the crates.
Same.
Now I've got an out of context.
I'm gonna guess that's a no.
I'm gonna go for these.
I've got a question out of context. How do I combine Aiden to me so he's just like right beside me so I don't have to move him all the time as well as myself?
If you have your token selected, you can hold shift and click on another token, and then you'll have them both selected, and you can move both at the same time.
No skooma.
Yay! Thank you.
Ooh, man, 6 and 7. You guys, unfortunately, you take a look through everything. There's not a whole lot here that seems to be of any real interest. What you've got along here is what seems to be like spices, other powders,
Basic
like,
shit.
like basic shit, like flour. Maybe there's some sugar over here. As you're looking through here, you don't really find anything interesting. There's a couple of crates. One of them has like used rags and clothing from like where you can see they've definitely been in other fights and skirmishes. There are a few like blood-stained bits of clothing in there. There's some other stains on a few of them.
Righty.
So you found the laundry basically.
Let's take a couple of little jars of just spices, I guess. Put it in my pouch.
Alright. You get some black pepper.
Okay. Actually, it's not bad.
And some cumin.
And cumin. Okay, great. I'll take those and come back outside.
But doesn't Seldom get a lot of that already?
Ew.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make 2 small divots in the ground
Her
here
neck.
and here.
Oh. That's me.
Here and here with my staff. Drop a couple of seeds in them and druid craft 2 big cauliflowers.
Nice.
Okay.
And I'm gonna turn to the prisoners and say, "Please have a seat."
Comically big cauliflower. Oh man, awesome. I'm going.
Hell will look at Dove for confirmation.
Sit like a good boy.
And then we'll sit.
From this guy over here. I'll just sort of lean in, almost conspiratorially, and say, "That pixie dust, if you would, may I?"
As Bellamy will see Yozora approach and say, "By the way, sorry for the little impromptu ride earlier in the battle. I just figured you needed to be a little bit closer to the enemies to be able to do good."
A little warning next time would have been appreciated. I was lining up a shot at somebody else when your friend grabbed me.
Yes, really sorry about that. I usually don't do things on the heat of the moment like this.
Sweet.
Gathos will just give you a look. Are you Seal Dove?
I am. Who's asking?
My name is Gethos Kirkev.
A pleasure.
I'm from the nearby village of Bannock-2. All of us are, actually. Well, all of us except, and he gestures towards the young boy. All of us except that one. He's supposedly, all we've really been able to get out of him is he's from another village, small, nearby, that may or may not exist anymore. He's been very quiet. We think there may be damage, if you understand.
I am no stranger to trauma. Yes.
Just so.
When I when I was releasing the previous prisoner, out of the goodness of my heart, did he say what village it was, or just the village to the east?
Yeah, he did not get a chance to tell you what village.
Okay, I told him to fuck off. Okay. Bannock-2, to the east, I presume? No.
Indeed, it is, yes, across the river.
She gives me the fucking meow and yawns in the middle of it. Like, uh-huh. Maybe shut up. Does homeboy up here? Does Mio give me back my glass?
He will hand you the pouch. I didn't know what to do with this, so here, you may have it back.
Probably for the better. As long as you didn't try to taste any.
No, I didn't even open it.
Very well. I presume, Gethos, that one of yours has probably made it back to town by now. How far of a trip is it?
Oh, not far. Maybe, thanks for a moment. A couple hours, perhaps, on foot?
Oh, well then you are prime plucking for this little encampment here. Have you been putting up with attacks for long and frequently?
It has been a problem, yes. The Crimson Lord, though, this, and he kind of gestures all around to the ruins and all that. This is not where they're from. This is just a stopping point, a convenient one at that.
Quite.
They come out of the mountains a little bit further to the east in the foothills, come down the rivers and harass and raid any of the villages along the way, stop through the ruins here, find what they can here as far as any stragglers or anyone who might have fled before their advance, and hit up any other villages before turning back and heading back into the mountains. And once there, that's where they usually will then send whatever representatives and he looks around at everybody, whatever goods, to Kaitanetos.
I assume that they are consistent where in what party they come from.
Pardon?
These raiders, can I assume that they are consistent in which party they take from wherever from to your villages?
They are quite consistent and predictable. They have for lack of a better term, they have their own city there in the foothills, a reinforced old fortress from who knows how long ago. It was one of the outposts, I believe, on the edge of the Empire's territory back in the day.
Well then, whatever stronghold we create as a foothold in this world, I assume will be best placed within a good point to block these raiders.
Oh.
I don't think we're strong enough to take on an entire stronghold.
Oh, not head on, of course. But I'm certain there will be some real estate changing hands in the near future.
Now, for now, we need to recover before we go any further. But we are here on a mission to establish a foothold, and whatever we do, it is best if we bring peace with us.
Yes. Peaceful negotiations. I assure you.
Peaceful negotiations or safety from raiders?
Absolutely.
Well, it seems that perhaps we might have some mutually beneficial. Lee, what do you think? She will kind of look up at the mention of her name and finally sigh, turning towards the children and ushering them towards this individual before she steps forward herself. My name is Leon. I am the head of the guard and the defenses of this village of Banaktu. It was taken in the last raid. I am a dancer by all trades and understanding, but it is a long-standing tradition that dancers also fight and protect, at least in this village. You have,
I see,
assisted us greatly and have freed us. I do believe it would be within the bounds of hospitality and good neighborliness to our new neighbors to offer you shelter and a meal. If you would like to accompany us to Banaktu, I believe that we can offer you both a place to rest, recover, and food to fill your bellies.
Well, that would be lovely. I'm sure I could grab a bite.
And I'm sure you'd already be home after being prisoners for however long. So
You are
let us
quite
make way.
correct.
Will the children be fine walking on their own, or should I offer them a ride on my mount?
I don't know. I do believe that they can tough it out, perhaps, but if need be, I think that we might be able to convince them to ride upon your. She just stares at Bowen. Your beast of burden here. Is it friendly?
Oh, it's the friendliest of friendly. And that Philomene will just give a big hug to Bohan.
As long as you're not a wall.
And Bohan will respond by snagging a berry out of Philomene's hair.
Very good. The rest of us, allow me, please, first, and she will turn towards this individual. This is Pia Hie. She is... She runs the general store in town, along with her husband, though her husband doesn't do much, being that he is retired and supposedly enjoying it, and Pia just kind of laughs and shakes her head at that. But if you need something, you can stop by her shop, I'm sure, and she will have supplies for you. And she gestures at this individual here. This is Mio Xiao. He runs a noodle shop in Banak 2.
Oh.
If you're hungry, this is the man to talk to. You've already met Gethos. Gethos is a new resident in town, though that in and of itself is a bit of a misnomer, as he's actually lived out here for years. He's originally from Caetanatos, but made his way out to see the world, I believe is what it was. But he runs a specialty shop and smithery within town. Does a lot of tinkering and working with tools and technology.
Good with your hands, are you?
I like to think so.
We'll see.
And of course, behind me we have Fim Duin. He is a farmer and a cantankerous old man, but we don't hold that against him.
It shouldn't be given.
Nothing wrong with being cantankerous.
Took the words right out of my mouth. And you, my lady, what of you? What is your, other than being the guard, what else is it that you do? As he offers his arm to her.
That is just it. That is what I do. I'm a guard. I defend the village. I defend these people. They are my responsibility and my care.
Oh, you immediately sell yourself short. You just told us you dance.
That is how I defend them.
Is that all your dancing is good for? Combat?
It is hard to explain, but yes. It's a militaristic values and practice in raising an actual militia is forbidden and usually brings a swift boot down upon your head. But learning to dance, who would dare outlaw dancing?
Indeed. Barbaric.
So you choose to put your dancing to good use by using your agility, I take it.
Indeed.
Well, facade or no, I should quite like to see this dancing in action.
While they're all doing the talking, can I re-summon Chibi-Susuke now?
An hour? I think? No? I don't remember.
Yeah, it's an hour.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's an hour. Never mind. Sorry, I just saw that. Never mind. Sorry. Ignore me.
I'm fairly certain you'll be able to resummon it while we're walking.
And,
If you would like to resummon along the path, you may absolutely do
oh,
so.
well.
I would like to. I really do need to apologize to them for my mistake.
And if you need it, there's how you spell Kaitanitos.
Oh, okay.
Well, if you are all in agreement and you are interested, please follow us. We'll be heading back home, and hopefully we pick up our wayward ally along the way.
I'm sure he
Damn.
made it just fine. He's got quite a spry spring in his step.
Wither is still offering his arm, like he's like just offering to.
It's too much. Just there for too long.
Just like, he's just like that uncomfortable, like he's just being left hanging kind of
Yeah.
feel to it.
She will finally turn, look at your arm, and walk past.
Oh, but Leon,
Yes.
this one thanks you greatly for the invitation, and will humbly accept it. It has, however, a concern for its prisoners, as it has guaranteed their safety.
Well, we are not going to summarily execute them, if that's what you're worried about.
It would be appreciated.
Indeed not. What a waste that would be.
They are... She kind of thinks for a moment. They are your commodities for the moment. And as such, will be treated as your property and respected. They will not come to harm within Banaktu.
Okay.
One who leans bows his head.
Okay. So, Dove has been doing his best to read her this whole time, get a feel for how she's judging us. But with that mention of commodities, is she saying that because she thinks that's what we want to hear? Or is she saying that with no irony, with no venom?
That's how things are. Here.
Well, that's what these fuckers said, yes, because they're the strong ones.
I'm inclined to believe that's how things are here.
Sure, yeah, I am too, but I want to see if she's just, because she's also...
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely, roll
I'm
everything.
gonna roll it too.
Because there's a number of ways this could be. She could just think we're thugs, because she said so.
So assuming I can hear that, I'll roll as well. Never mind. What the hell? These are my good dish stats.
I won't roll on that because Felemy already had a bit of a conversation with her earlier, and by now Felemy is very tired.
Yeah, is she just, like, kind of dissing us by saying, like, they're your commodities, they're your prisoners, you thugs? Or is it just, oh no, they're yours. Mm-hmm. Like, nothing.
The sense you get from her, and this is one who leans, Dove, and Wither, all three of you get the sense that that is the way it is. You have proven yourself stronger, you have declared them your prisoner, taken them. They are now your property. She truly believes that that's just how it is.
All right.
Does she look down upon us for it?
She does not.
Does she look down upon us at all?
She seems still suspicious because, again, this is a area that has seen a lot of might makes right, and that tends to lean towards people with bad intent.
Mm-hmm.
So she still seems cautiously suspicious of you all, but she doesn't seem to loathe or hold any of you in any sort of ill regard.
Okay, good to know.
So she's kind of just indifferent to us, if anything.
Yeah, she's basically hoping you don't prove that, the way she believes the world is the way the world is. She's basically hoping you don't disappoint her at this point.
Cautious optimism. Cynical optimism. Those are not the same. Well, but yeah, when she says when she has this, like, just gives us that fucking green light, like, oh no, you've earned them, they're yours. Dove just... Oh, wonderful. This will be a pleasant journey. Well, not looking at him.
I was gonna address the prisoners.
Go ahead.
You two, what are your names?
Do I hear, did I hear Seldo's little laugh?
I was not subtle about it.
Bellamy will just give us a quick amused sigh and turn to Seldo and say, "Well, now, we can't, not everything can be pleasure, even if some pleasures are very tempting."
We'll see.
Hell, I'm Ruzu.
Bel and Ruzu, are you able to travel?
We will go where you take us. We are your commodities.
Is there any rites that you wished performed on your fallen comrades?
No, to hell's with them all.
Then this one will accord them rights as it knows how to do.
But don't misunderstand me, Feldemir. My dear. There's something simply almost refreshing about a society that treats such a thing that is taken as unwritten. In polite societies, where they pretend that fairness is a thing that exists. Here it is naked. Here it is candid. That...
Well,
they simply let their
what can you-
savagery establish a pecking order.
Well,
How
the world
quaint.
would be unfair, but if it wasn't, there would be need for paladins like me.
I
Whatever you say.
I want to address the whole group of the party plus the villagers.
Everyone, will you accord this one 10 minutes before departure? It wishes to honor the deaths that happened here.
Actually, that's a quite good idea. I look over one who leans his shoulder to see this smoldering wreckage. Is the fire out?
It is still burning.
Fuck.
It's not an inferno anymore, but it's still got some spots that is still definitely on fire.
Okay, if it appears to be collapsed and just like sort of torched, like spires of burning torch wood, I guess. I'd love to sift through what is not still actively on fire to see if anything valuable survived.
And while he's doing that, I do have a slight question.
Absolutely. What's up?
How is everybody taking the presence of Aiden in this?
Everyone has given the Dragonkin a very cautious and wide berth. I don't know if you've noticed, but they have not approached it directly and have kind of allowed open space to be between them. And they are almost pointedly not looking at it.
It's kind of like being around a police dog.
Yeah, that's a very good way to put it, yes.
So essentially, he's the elephant in the room too.
So I'm gonna take 10 minutes to go around to all the visible corpses. I'm not gonna do a full ceremony because that would be an hour, but I will, for each one, make a small prayer to the local divinity of life that I'm aware of, so the Great Glade, and I'm gonna inoculate the corpses with just a tiny spore that they may rot in peace.
Okay.
Bellamy will, seeing one who leans go toward his rituals, will really follow along to offer a few prayers of her home.
Where would you like to gather the bodies at?
I'm not
Indicating
gathering them. I'm just
Oh,
inoculating
you're just going
them.
up to where each of them
Yeah,
lay?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess while they do that, I will start the preparations for the Find Familiar by, again, need to apologize to Chibi-Susuke. I made a mistake and they paid for it.
Absolutely, that's fine. The villagers will kind of pause. They make some faces as you ask to give respect to these individuals, but they will allow it and they will wait patiently.
Yes, nothing
then-
but respect and the utmost reverence for the departed. I say, already walking away towards the warehouse ruins.
All right, so over here, so anything on this side where like the actual explosions were, this is gone. There's nothing here. You're not going to find anything. This tree has also been completely consumed in the inferno. Back here, where it's less fiery, less ash, is your best bet for
What are you
potentially
doing?
finding anything useful. And is where a lot of the flames have died down and is kind of just smoldering. The actual flames like are still, especially right in here and here.
Traipse about here. One long step over the wrecked body. And just look around, Well, I don't have to breathe, so I don't give a shit.
As Philomene goes around giving her home prayers to the corpses along with one who leans, Philomene will remember the chest right beside the wall that she busted open and will sift through the wreckage to see if anything survived.
Make your investigation check up here, Dove.
Okay.
And make your investigation check down here, Philomene.
Let's go. Less bad this time.
Damn it.
I'm observant. But yeah, my investigation's not great. I'm just towing through the ashes,
Yeah,
not like getting my
just kinda,
hands down and dirty in it.
Turning things over,
Just,
kicking parts of like wood out of the way.
yeah.
So Philomene, as you kind of sift through some of the rubble, you find the chest itself, at least parts of it, smashed and broken. There's some liquids and some glass shards.
Oh.
Looks like whatever might have been inside has been completely destroyed.
So it was mostly bottles and potions?
Seems to be that way.
Or liquor.
Alright.
Broken
liquor.
glass, some
Oh,
liquid
God.
everywhere. Yeah, there may have been like some alcohol or something.
That's okay. You got me.
Philomene will just leave the wreckage and make her way back to Bohan.
And let's see, Dove actually may have found something.
That's my hope. Anything more than just a flower, whatever the fuck else the Crimson Lord wants to do with his raids. Anything valuable? Well, truly valuable will probably be fine. In my experience, it takes a bit more than that to burn gemstones, at least.
True.
Don't diamond burn still?
Eventually. Super high flashpoint.
As you are poking around, you find a package with some throwing darts in it.
Fabulous. Does it look like super fucked? Oh, okay.
They are in fact some +1 darts.
Oh, yum yum. Okay, great.
There are 5 of them.
All right.
One who leans.
These will do.
Yep, I finished my round.
Roll me a D1000.
Bah.
E1000? Wow.
An upgrade from the D800.
220.
Oh, I'm disappointed. You could have rolled 420.
Shame.
Or 690.
Your funeral rites are appreciated and accepted, but nothing else seems to happen.
Interesting. Oh! Shit, it's too late now. I fed. Which meant I could have added that D4. I could have added that 3. It's like the next ability check, so it would have been against my other investigation anyway. Oh, fine, whatever. Forgot about that.
And to be specific, the prayers aren't for the individuals who died; they're for death, like the new entities they become after having passed, that upon which life will feast and flourish. There we go.
Meanwhile, my prayers were just very quick prayers of forgiveness for their crimes against Pat and of a hope for better life in whatever comes next.
Absolutely. Is there anything else the party would like to do here? Or are you done and would like to proceed now and head down the path to the village of Banaktu?
Again, I'm just in the middle of setting up my resummoning GB Susuke.
So I think we're good. I'm gonna say, Pel, Zoro, please follow.
Wither's just dejected by, and just puts his arm down finally.
I'm sorry, what?
What?
I said I'm dejected, and I put my arm down because I was offering it to.
Just now.
Good stamina.
Just fucking
Good
now.
stamina on that.
She walked away like fucking 15 minutes ago.
It was. Well, I mean, I guess.
That's
Just
fabulous.
not
Oh my god, I
necessarily-
love it.
Yeah.
I didn't catch that. That's amazing.
She walked away 15 fucking minutes ago, and you just hold her arm like, oh.
15 minutes of holding out your arm. That's some stamina.
Oh my god.
Well, I can pull a bow. I can pull a
Holy
bow
shit.
pretty well, so it probably tracks pretty well.
That's
All
wonderful.
right, well, onwards, I guess.
I don't bother holding Pel's. I know I do. He's not housebroken yet. I tie the end of his loose rope to the front of my belt and just walk, hands in pockets.
Oh yeah, one thing. Do I notice that Pale has been affected in some way?
Make a perception check.
17.
I reckon with a Dhampir, some healing has occurred, but it's not like full blood vampire where you just do the nah and give the kiss and it goes away. So, probably.
You do notice that there are some wounds. You're not sure how they got there. If it was just something that happened during the battle, if it's something that happened before, because apparently, you know, these are bandits live a very rough and tumble life.
Okay, I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. And moving on.
I would like to take a look over at Ruzu and see if she's looking at this presentation I'm putting off with Pel. If she's looking with disgust, with interest, with figures. Is this normal?
She seems not to be concerned with it at all. She's kind of just like, whatever it's your guys' thing, she's just completely checked out of it. doesn't care what you do to Pell.
Okay. No loyalty among thieves. But hey, I have other belt loops. We're off. Actually, in fact, I'll look to that and say, now, dear. No need for the 1,000-yard stare. Come. Take the loose end of a rope and tie it to my other belt loop. Room for one more.
As you say.
I'm sure one who leans will be happy to share.
So the party will follow the villagers who are eternally grateful. Like every once in a while, one of them will like kind of drift over towards the group of you all, and mention how appreciative they are of you. The only 3 that don't are Gethos, because Gethos has already done so. Leia, who is she seems to be the one who is taking responsibility and is taking charge, and so she's leading, and Pia, who appears to be more concerned with the children. But like Mio, for sure, he will drift over towards all of you and say that you must come by and try out his noodles and enjoy a meal there. You are always welcome. Fim just kind of mutters how grateful he is. And a fairly uneventful and uninteresting journey will conclude as you reach the village of Bannock 2.
Nice. How long would you say that takes?
It takes a couple of hours. You absolutely, along the way, if you wish to, Yozora, you may resummon Shibisuke and get them back.
I am most certainly going to do that. Again, I got to very much apologize and vow to do my best to not put them in that situation again.
The villagers kind of give you a bit of a concerned look as you do that, and they see yet another Dragonkin join the group, but none of them really say anything about it. And eventually, you will arrive in the village of Bannock 2.
Oh, good. Oh.
What a charming place.
It's a nice little farming village, it looks like. You've got some farmsteads that you're kind of passing through. The fields are a little bit further out. You can see a crossroads up ahead where there's some individuals who are speaking and kind of gesturing excitedly. You see other houses around the area. You see a large reinforced-looking building that Gethos will point at and say, "This up here, this is my workshop." And then the rest of the village kind of extends further east. You see a large building in what appears to almost be like the center of town, but you can guess is some sort of city hall, municipal building, some sort of gathering place for sure. Mio will even point out his noodle shop to you.
Okay.
Which is this building here.
Do you serve drinks there? Or is there a tavern for that?
No, we absolutely have drinks. If you want tea or some sort of alcohol, we have that as well.
Is there a library here?
Library? Not in so much. Bannock 2 is a fairly small farming village, as you can see. There is a small library within the municipal building there in the center, you see? And you will gesture to the large building. It's nothing truly extensive. It has archives and records, of course, of the village going back however long.
Knowledge is knowledge. You never know what you might find.
And just beyond it, behind the municipal building, is the dance studio.
This one would talk with the village's leader.
Hearing that, Yozora's going to go, oh, right. No need to, no time to search for a library right now. Need to actually do the diplomatic stuff for now.
Would you happen to have a kennel for our new
Not
pets
in
here?
so much, no. But there are plenty of barns, of course.
Oh, that shall be good enough. Yes. Pell. Resume. I look to them for some sort of response.
This one would have our prisoners secured and treated with respect.
Dove,
As I said,
the smirk stays, but he just... Yes, utmost.
as I said before, your property and your commodities will be respected and taken care of. We will look for an empty barn, perhaps? Maybe one of the small sheds. We will make use of it.
Does that sound good to you?
Ugh. Is it too late to just actually get you to kill me?
Maybe if you act nicely.
Wonderful.
Hearing all this, Yozora's just going, okay, we might have some issues with letting the city know about this, or getting a foothold here, because, yeah, might makes right here, and yeah, I'm not sure how well the city will take it.
It is actually a good point to keep that in mind. Do be aware to mention in your conversations that one of them did get away.
This one has experience dealing with differently operating cultures and their relations.
Consummate professional. It would probably take that one some time to get back up north, but as he was bleeding quite profusely, but he will be informing the rest of the Crimson... What? The followers of the Crimson Lord, the Crimson followers... the Red Boys, that we are here and we are a force to be reckoned with.
Word will certainly reach the Crimson Lord at one point or another.
Shh.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you please kill me?
Oh, I'll consider it. Since you're being so good.
Wonderful.
Wither's just watching this and just kind of halfway rolling his eyes and just doesn't even know what to say. Just the exchange back and forth. Just
You do get a look from one who leans. It's not the usual amiable face that he always puts on. It's more of a kind of a blank stare, like an acknowledgement before he moves on to go speak to villagers.
Okay. I love an insight to see if that's his disapproval. It would be a shame. I like this mushroom.
You get a sense that it is, well, it's not judgment, it's consideration, and you're reminded of him, it reminding you that it gave its word and the weight that was behind that.
Oh, yes. My my implications that I'm going to kill him. Oh, well. I guess, yeah. If you take that at face value, then yeah, I'm going to sound like a real asshole right now.
I know, right? And it's brief, but then it moves on, and yeah.
Want to talk to the bill? Take me to your leader.
I guess that,
As the villagers move forward, they come across this group of two individuals who are, gesturing and speaking loudly and excitedly and animatedly. One of them looks up. Here, it's good to see you. Oh, Lee. She runs over and hugs him. You. And he points at Dove.
yeah.
That's the one that saved me. There in the back there. Next to the-
Oh, so good to see you, little rabbit.
Leo kind of give a look to both Shan and then to Dove, but dismiss it. Anyway, Shan, Lee, we've returned. These individuals saved us all. They took out the rest of the encampment that was there in the ruins. So there's no need to prepare. We don't believe another attack will be coming or raid will be forthwith at any moment. We've also picked up a straggler, she gestures to the small boy. But that's aside the point. These individuals say they represent potential allies, and they wish to meet with the Elder. We're going to be, well, I'll be leading them that way, and then I will need to see about the studio, of course. I need to find Furu and see how she's doing. So please, if you would, these individuals, give them any hospitality that you might offer. And Shen, if you can find a barn or a shed somewhere, they have some prisoners that they would like to hold up. Ah, it's good to see them now being the commodities, isn't it?
Yes. Please, someone take these animals from me. I would not want to go and break them and go back on one who leans his word here.
That one's gonna get Yozora just looking in with a "Are you serious?" look.
Oh,
Wither gives a little bit of a snarl at the thought of commodities as he his eyes kind of slightly turn a little bit red.
Old man's like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
I'm out. This dude is going back home.
I'm
He's
done. I'm
leaving.
going to bed.
I've been a little bit more lenient with Zelda's talk of commodity because she's used to the Fays and know some of the Fays take other creatures as
100.
this guest and more properties.
100%, yeah.
And I ain't judging, I eat dead people.
Mio will head back for his noodle house, excited and happy to be home once more. The Hayes will take their leave and head back. Shan will take care of the prisoners for you. You see him, he is a little bit almost too excited to
Oh,
have
yes. Oh, yes.
these individuals in
I'm-
his possession now.
I'm very happy to hand over the ropes. Oh, behave yourselves now. Don't have too much fun without me.
Oh, I wouldn't dare. And I'm sure these two will be quite behaved, won't they?
Sleep well.
During talk of barn, Philomene will come back around and say, if you have barns actually for these two, I don't suppose you might have a more comfortable barn too for my good companion here, Juan? I doubt she will fit any inn or house that you might have.
Maybe a meadow or a barn or a pasture somewhere that we can make use of. Yeah, I suppose.
Ooh, a meadow might be good. Bed and breakfast is always a nice combo.
I want to talk to the elder.
Gethos will let you know that he is going to head to his workshop first to grab his maps, and he will also meet you
Good.
when you speak with the Elder.
Oh, I was champing
Okay.
at the bit to go to that fucking noodle house, but he's gonna go with one who leans.
And yes, Lay will wait for you here, outside of the municipal building. So if you want to hand Boan over to Shan as well, who will make sure that Boan is taken care of.
Yep, that's exactly what I'll do.
Come over to this, see the municipal building, look over, see the entrance to the noodle shop, right by it. Ah, yes. Oh, let me see. While I'm here. Now let's peek in. Let's give a little peek. Quaint.
Yeah, it's a cute little shop.
Don't mind me. I'm just my curiosity, which way I'm gonna go.
Mio? Setting right back to work, are we?
Noodles won't make themselves.
No rest for the delicious, I see.
And honestly, it does my mind good to be hard at work and not focusing on being sold later. Though, honestly, my fate would have likely been fairly tame compared to the others. I would have likely been sold into service as a chef somewhere.
You would relish it? To be sold?
I
If
would
for
not.
the right purpose?
Not even for the right purpose, honestly. I do value my freedoms. They're the reason I live within the free territories.
Free.
Wither decides to
then.
walk up right behind Zeldov right away and cautiously put his arm around him and like, let's just have some, let's just get some noodles real quick. You can deal with that later.
Oh yes, by all means, I can have you whipped up a couple of bowls of something delicious.
Oh, I can't say no to that phase. Give him little scritchies under the chin.
Purrs a little,
Hmm.
and Aiden kind of shoots a little bit of fire just out of somewhat jealousy.
Aw, adorable. I smirk at the dragon that I freed. You're welcome.
By all means, find somewhere to sit, and I will fetch you some food.
Actually, if you wouldn't mind, may I see your kitchen?
I suppose I have no reason to say no, so by all means, follow along.
If you don't mind an audience, I would look over your shoulder.
There are some other individuals that are not represented by tokens that are working there. The noodle shop was still being ran, so they've still got some noodles ready. They've got, you know, some what you're gonna see is like your classic, your udons, your ramens, a proper noodle house, if you will.
Hell yes. Do I see any brewing materials in this kitchen?
Not for anything alcohol related. It seems that alcohol comes in from elsewhere.
Oh, good to know. I mentioned this. I say, oh, quite impressive for your intended purpose. You say you serve alcohol here?
We do serve alcohol, yes. It comes up the coin way.
Imports. Well, while we are here, if we have some time, I would certainly love to ply my own trade. Here, if you would allow me. I am a brewer. In my... we could say I'm a hobbyist.
I'm afraid I don't have any of the tools that you might need. Perhaps,
Well,
Pia at the general store might be able to sell you something, or Gathos might have something within his shop. But I would not be opposed to seeing what you could brew.
take my pack off. And unfurl my brewer's kit.
Ho 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 ho!
Oh, I come equipped.
Just so then.
Maybe a well-equipped hobbyist. But I would be more than happy to try some things out if you would have me.
Absolutely, by all means, you would be welcome to. Please, looks around. Make whatever room you can over at one of the tables.
I'll take you up on this later, if you don't mind. I'll simply
of course.
indulge in your quite delicious smelling noodles first. We do have some business to attend to, unfortunately.
Yes, suppose make yourself comfortable, sit, and
Oh my goodness.
we'll have some food brought out to you.
Withers just right in his face. Just, oh my goodness, hello.
And he's just kind of, he's not even really paying attention to the overlay, just kind of peering in, sniffing around, you know, just smelling noodles.
Oh, it smells delicious.
Yum yum. I'll take my leave. Find
He
a
kind of
seat.
jumps as he walks by and they're like, oh, hi, Dev.
Yes. I find myself a seat. Just making just uncomfortable eyes at the dragon, like. So. Come here often?
It just snorts some smoke.
I was gonna say I'll let you take the reins on that one.
And then Mio looks at Wither. And you, of course, as well. If you would like, take a seat. We'll have some food brought out to you.
Wither just getting all up in their shit.
But
what you doing?
It's not ready.
We have to prepare it, put it in the bowl, and bring it to you.
He kind of sighs, but still is expectant, and it's just like, I can wait. And he just kind of leans against the wall, watching.
Usually you wait at the table so that we can serve you. Have you never been to a noodle house before?
Have you been anywhere in public before?
Yeah, right.
Wither, please.
The hunting life kind of
Come now.
makes it seem like we always watch people by the bonfire making the food. So,
well,
A life on the road, eh?
Your choice, I suppose. And they will move about making a couple of bowls of yeah, we'll do some ramen for each of you. Some good classic ramen.
Dropped egg in it and just hell yeah. I'll ask for one of their.
Make me hungry.
I'll ask for a glass of their import as well. You know, their
Oh,
only.
absolutely, yeah. They will.
I want to see what they've got. See what I'm working with. See what their canvas is, what their baseline is for me to, surpass.
They will bring you what they feel is probably their best example, and it's going to be some very nice sake.
Okay. All right. They're not without taste. Good to know. They won't be that easy to impress. So I'll have to de-rust a little.
So while they're over there getting some lunch, or I guess it's probably closer to dinner at this point, honestly, Leah will be waiting for you all and look around. I suppose the rest of you are having some noodles. That's, honestly, that's fine. I suppose not all of you need be present, but please, follow me. Wait in the adjoining chamber. I will see that the elder is actually available and able to speak with you as soon as possible. And she'll push the doors open and allow you to follow her.
Yes, my
Very
intention
well.
is to eat for a little bit, savor, get the flavor, kind of enjoy the noodle house a little bit, and then, not too rudely excuse myself and be like, "Thank you very much for the meal. We'll speak on this later." And sometime during the middle of their of their conversation, just interrupt carrying a bowl of noodles.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. Soleil will indicate that you can wait anywhere out here. You don't have to take a seat if you don't want to. You can kind of just stand around if you feel like. Gethos is over here laying out like maps and putting like other things on the table that may be useful that he feels you may be interested in. And Leia will disappear back here.
I'm not made for sitting, but I'm gonna remain at a bench.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you said the guy was pulling out maps?
Yeah, he's pulling out maps, so he's rolling them out on the table.
I want to look over these because we need to learn the lay of the land.
Leia will eventually emerge. Master Tor will be out shortly. I will take my leave of you here, as I need to return to the studio and see Furu. But I leave you in good hands.
Absolutely, and a good evening.
This one thanks you.
Thank you very much.
She just kind of nods at you as she takes off and heads back to the dance studio.
Mm-hmm. Man, I want to be in this town. They got a noodle house. They got a fucking dance studio.
Eventually, the door will open, and this individual will come walking out.
This one greets you.
As I greet you as well.
Noodles, please.
It seems we are meant to meet in the old ways. Please, you would join us, and treat with us, and share our information.
Tough man.
Absolutely, and please do forgive my service state. I'm still a little bit reeling from our previous battle.
No worries at all. And thank you for what you have done. We will see that you are fed and well rested, of course. Now, I see you've already taken interest in some of the maps. Thank you, Gethos, for bringing those.
We do need to learn our way around.
This cartography of the region would be of great value to us.
I can only imagine. If you especially don't know where you are just yet, they seem to indicate you were from far away, possibly across the great oceans. Either way, if you are not familiar with our world, our home, with Yome, allow me, please. And he will gesture towards one of the maps.
I will gladly look at that.
You show great insight. This one and its companions are indeed from a different world.
I'm not there yet, but I'm
You will
looking.
point to the world map of Yome.
Dove isn't there, but
Sweet.
Slappy will look very hard.
Right.
I'm going to need to
Uh-huh.
get a good look at this.
You are here, in the village of Banaktu. You have crossed this river.
Mhm.
You arrived in these ruins.
You are here.
But yes, you are here. The Crimson Lord is and
That's
claims
it.
dominion
Wow.
from here to about there.
Okay, then. So I want to make sure, because you cut out a little bit on my end. The Crimson Lord is at the river fork of the corner there?
Yep, that's basically where the stronghold is that you've been told about.
Okay, and it's not the crumbling ruins that are over
Nope,
here.
this is where you arrived.
Righty, okay. That works.
As for the rest of the map, we'll get into that next week.
Dak curses.
Yay. I want to negotiate.
Like, we're there. We're finally there where we can put our talents to use.
Alright.
Yeah, finally, one
And-
who leads getting the opportunity to do fucking non-combat.
Yeah. Definitely need to not miss the next one.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, don't sleep
it's
in.
gonna be important. What's this
The
week?
next
What's
one, we will start here at the world map next time, and we will learn about the world of Yome, its history, the different, as you like, if you zoom out and all that, you can see the different lines on it indicating the different countries. We'll get to learn where anybody and everybody is, where the different species can be found,
great?
and as you can likely guess, this large territory, this is the free territories, the free cities, whatever you want to call it, the lordless lands.
Crimson Lord's out here trying to change that, apparently.
Yeah.
Now,
You know how they be.
Victoria.
Well, maybe, hopefully, the Freelands will be a little more receptive to us being polite.
And what's your question? What's up?
When we come back next week, can we be coming back? Me and if Seldov is willing, have us a part of the conversation.
Oh yeah, it would probably be Dove who is like, Wither, come now. We do have
Absolutely.
other business.
Absolutely, yeah. You guys can.
You can take that on the road.
100%.
We can take this on the road, yes?
Well, yeah, can we get this to go?
You can take it. It's just across the hall. You don't mind, do you? I'll bring back the bowl, if I'm honest.
But yeah, so you guys will absolutely be able to arrive and join in the conversation and learn all you can as well.
You just show up, just slurping noodles over their shoulders.
Yeah.
What you looking at?
We're gonna be in my playground now.
Yes, wonderful. Yeah, in level heads, you're getting all the non-combat with your fighter.
Right?
And here you're getting all the combat with your diplomat.
But yeah,
Wonderful.
the diplomatic will begin next time. We will learn what's out there, who's out
Fantastic.
there, how we might approach them.
We'll find out.
Yeah,
That was a
good stuff.
lovely session.
That's
That
gonna
was
be
fantastic.
a wonderful section next time too.
We're finally out of the combat.
I'm
Yep.
Yeah, it took 4 sessions just to get out of that combat?
Three, I believe.
Yeah, I had a break.
3.
I kind of
There
took it
was
for
3.
granted that, like, we wouldn't have any hostages injured, but, like, I missed both of my fucking shots.
Yeah, I was real just like, this is super
It's
unfortunate.
devastating. Like, I was hoping to just fell the one who's, like, immediately, like, oh, I draw my arrow to go and shoot one of the hostages. I'm like, no, you don't.
And it was
But,
it was kind of a call to give them a chance to surrender, but I think it worked out.
Oh yeah, you stepped up and pulled the diplomatic shit, like, and like, in a way that's is again like earning Dove's respect. Like, you're like, oh, there are 2 ways this is gonna go. That's it. There are no other ways.
I'll be honest, I very much like how I just busted down the door, rushed in, and threw my javelin at the guy at the other hand of the
Because he would have been my next target. Hope, praying I would have
Oh,
fucking
no,
hit
you're
something.
definitely the party's teach ram. No contest.
Yeah,
the siege ram, the meat shield, and
the expert negotiator.
I was fully admitting I'll fully admit I was expecting, like, a very a low roll, and for them just to bounce off the wall from your charge.
I'm hoping that would have been really cute. To see Bohan just boom, the hind legs come up a little bit and fall back down to the ground in a seated position.
I'll be honest, I had the Leon hand ready just for that.
That went very well, and everyone got a bit of a chance to just flex their personalities. I appreciate seeing One Who Leans pull the. We're in charge of the situation now.
Yeah, it was rad.
I'm like, yes.
Yeah, just that calm tone really was
It's one
as
of my
a calm
favorite
but
things.
dominating.
Yes!
Thing.
Yes! I love that so much. Yeah, Dove is pulling it in a cocky, smug way, but there's just a placid and understanding of this is how it is now. And I'm like, oh, I love this. Oh, that's my favorite kind of intimidating. The kind that doesn't front. The kind that doesn't have to flex. The kind that's just. If One Who Leans gives you his word
we've
that
done
something's
the
gonna
flex
happen,
when we
it's gonna
killed
happen.
half their shit.
Yeah, oh yeah. We've already.
Half? You mean
demonstrated.
more than half? We
Yeah,
Yeah.
90% of their population.
It's perfect. That's the kind of like intimidating that I want Glorious to be. Is he's pretty and he's very kind about the things that he says, but there's a sinister air behind it that just it's almost oppressive. Dove is a cocky asshole.
I'll just be curious to see what kind of story makes its way back to the current.
Right? Yeah. What are they gonna say about us? You know? Did we come in like a fucking wreck? He saw the fucking warehouse blow up.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how exactly, but he knows it fucking exploded into. Could be a firework.
I mean, just remember the first session of that combat, where every one of our enemies was just completely taken aback by what was happening. Then suddenly, every ship's on fire, half of the numbers are dead, and they have enemies that you don't even
Okay,
know what
handling
they
this
are.
discreetly went out the window the first.
Yeah,
And
as
we
soon
lost so
as
much loot.
soon as you're spotted. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that
much
was
so much loot,
unfortunate,
which Dove isn't pleased about that, but it was too much
Sometimes,
fun.
sometimes you have to let go of loot to make an impression.
Yeah, that was
That's
fun.
fine. I'm gonna write you up a nice little trade agreement. Oh, you're gonna love it.
That'll work. Oh, there you go. But yeah, Dove was sad to see the loot go, but like it was too much fun to let go. He couldn't pass up that opportunity. It's like, this is stuff they taken from the villages. Okay, sure. Whatever passes for money here on this world, probably. Food, undoubtedly. But to set an example, priceless.
I did absolutely appreciate it, 100%.
So here, thank you so much, folks, for coming by and hanging out. And thank you, Mog, for the session once again. I look forward to next week already.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys for playing. I hope you guys had some fun. I had an absolute blast. It was a absolute delight on my part to finally be able to show off the world map. One of my other players actually, Jamiro, made it, and we've been so excited for people to finally see it.
Great.
He's been making almost all my world maps now.
Nice. That's spectacular.
Very good job.
Yeah, like I'll draw him out and I'll write out the details and notes about it, and I'll give it to him, and I'm like, here, go ahead and make it. This was the first one he made.
Speaking of
and
which,
he's made another one that's going to be hopefully shown off tomorrow to that party when they get to take a look.
they're in my chat right now, in fact. So good job.
Yeah.
Wait
He's
to
been
have it
excited. He
done.
was watching because he wanted to see it finally revealed.
Yeah.
Well then,
Thank you for your hard
compliments to
work.
the cartographist.
I will do my best not to burn the whole world down.
Yeah, here's hoping, right?
I'll just slut the place up a bit. I hope you don't mind.
We'll make sure you don't have to do too much editing to the map and
So-
not wipe out too many villages.
We are giving a raid over to Mondo Mole number 3, who's playing Power Wash Simulator right now. So please, go give them a ride on the meat train. You know what to do. So we will see you there shortly, and see you here next time. Until then, stay easy. Mwah. I was a little behind on that, but that's okay.
That timing.